This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Do you remember there being a match in particular? You know, I think some people might, say, "Oh, this is the moment." When everything changed. What do you remember being in a ring or in a locker room after a ring and thinking, "Man, I can't keep doing this. I'm not doing it the way I used to. I'm hurting. I'm not having fun. I need to go. I need to wrap this thing up." Was there a match or a moment like that, or was it just a slow progression and you just wound up in this place?
I would say the Drew McIntyre match, when I had to really, 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 really put him over. I even tapped out to my own ankle lock. It was a complete domination of a match. And I knew then that, I read between the lines and realized this company has no plans moving forward with me. If I continue to do this, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose quite a bit. And no, there's no problem with that. But, being at the level I was, I just felt, I could have given more and possibly been in a world title run. Not saying that I deserve to be. I'm just saying that if I had that option, I would have probably motivated myself even more to get even more prepared. But, if Vince would have told me at the beginning when I just signed with the WWE, came back in 2017 and said, "Hey, we're going to utilize you wrestling. Don't worry about it," I would have been training every day still. I would have gotten in the ring every day. But not knowing and being the GM every week, I just let it go. And it was my own mistake.
So that match with Drew would have been November 5th, 2018. So you start thinking that even before the Rumble. But then we fast forward March 11th, you announce it's going to be a farewell tour. That's probably nice to do that in Pittsburgh. The following week, you choose Baron Corbin as your final opponent, as he had caused you a lot of problems when you were the Raw GM. Meltzer would say of the farewell tour, the deal is that Kurt is actually legitimately able to ask for his final opponents, but even though that gimmick was what he asked for in his final opponent, the one he got isn't what he asked for. He got Baron Corbin. The rest of these are actually matches that he was asking for, so he gave him those on the way out, and that's why we have him with Samoa Joe, and we have Rey Mysterio. So let's talk about that. I guess Vince isn't going to give you your final opponent that you want, but he let you pick Samoa Joe and Rey to work with on TV on the way out?
Yeah, he gave me the matches that I wanted, not necessarily the times that I wanted or the finishes I wanted.
Right.
But they, I knew that I would be very happy with these matches because Apollo and Chad Gable and AJ and Joe and, all these wrestlers, they're incredible talents. And I knew that, losing a step, these guys would make me look better than I really was. When you wrestle a guy that has talent and real talent, I'm talking about real talent, that wrestler can make you look better than you are. That's who you want to wrestle. That's who you want to perform with. AJ is one of the best at making his opponents look better than they are. You don't have to do anything when you wrestle AJ. Same thing, with Apollo Crews and Samoa Joe. He has a more brawling style, but he can move, and he's an incredible talent. So getting those matches were great. I don't exactly, wasn't really happy with all the finishes, but it was a lot of fun to do that. And my match with AJ, it really wasn't a match. It was 2 minutes long, and Randy Orton came in and made a DQ, forced DQ for me to lose by DQ. And he was doing a program with AJ, I guess. And so that match was more built for their storyline than mine. And I understand that. And I don't have any complaints with that.
March 11th, in front of your hometown of Pittsburgh, you defeated Apollo Crews in 3 minutes and 1 second. The next week on the 18th.
Not much of a match.
No, not at all. Well, another guy who's had a bit of a stop and go run there. You wrestled on March 25th. Your old pal Samoa Joe. You go 8 minutes and 55 seconds. You get the pin here. You had some killer matches with TNA. I think he was probably your first opponent when you first showed up in TNA, and fans like myself were super excited about that pairing. Why do you think that Samoa Joe, I mean, he's had a couple of sniffs in the main event in WWE. They put him against Brock Lesnar at that Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view a few years ago, but it doesn't feel like Vince has really put the strapped the rocket ship to him, or whatever that phrase is. Do you think that'll happen for Joe, or at this point, Joe has shown them enough other things like commentary he can do that maybe his career may take a different direction?
You know what's crazy is Samoa Joe is so talented. His work ethic and what he does in the ring is unreal. And at the same time, he's so articulate. He can put his chops, he can put sentences together. He can get real creative. He's witty, he's smart, he's quick. When I got inducted into TNA Hall of Fame, he did the speech for me, and I was blown away at his speech. The guy is just a talented individual that he can do many different facets of the business. He could be a reporter, he could be a commentator, he could be, a wrestler, he could be a manager, he could be a producer. Joe has many talents, and he can do whatever he wants. He's that talented. I don't think he got a really great run. I think he had a decent run in WWE, but I don't know if his career is over. I know he had an injury, and that's the reason why he started commentary, but I don't know if his injury is healed or what's going on right now.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.